So I am here to share my gratitude to the support given by the entire IP fraternity from all around the world. There were participants from 35 countries, and I can quickly name the countries. Which have participated. There are quite a good number of participants from each country, but without giving the numbers from each country, I am just naming the countries who have participated in GIPC 2016. Australia, Bangladesh, Belgium, Belarus, Canada, Cameroon, China, Germany, Hong Kong, India of course, Israel, Japan, Kazakhstan, South Korea, Malaysia, Mauritius, Mexico, Namibia, Nepal, Nigeria, Pakistan, Qatar, Romania, Russia, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, South Africa, Spain, Sri Lanka, Sweden, Switzerland, United Kingdom, UAE, USA, Zimbabwe. I hope my information is correct. If any country is left out, you can just point out, but this is the latest information I have been given by my colleagues. When we started in 2009 in Kolkata, we had a very humble beginning, and that was through our initial experience of doing a conference in 2007 under a European Union Trade Investment Development Program. But formally we started GIPC in 2009, and thereafter annually we have been doing this conference consistently without any break so far. So the first was in Kolkata in 2009, then 2010 and 11 in Bangalore, 2012 we did in Delhi, 2013 again in Bangalore, 2014 in Hyderabad, 2015 in Mumbai, and 2016 after a gap of 4 years in Delhi. And we are doing the 9th edition of GIPC in 2017 also in Delhi. The dates have been, tentative dates have been announced, 18th, 19th and 20th of January 2017. Now about the composition of the participants. Initially when we started, we had mostly the lawyers, the IP lawyers who had been participating. But then also about the speakers, when we started only with one law firm, Sugru Mayon from United States of America. They had come initially with their 5 partners, and thereafter gradually the speakers and the IP lawyers and the experts, not only from the IP law firm, but from various corporates, the IP councils, the general councils, and those who are involved. And now in India we have a group, IHIP, the in-house IP professionals group, and every year they have a separate roundtable program. So this is how the composition is changing, the subject matters are changing, and this year we had the participation from 58 countries involving from all different fields of IP and technology. We had Microsoft, Panasonic, Philips, Intel, Samsung, Adobe, Ericsson, Siemens, Infosys, IBM, Qualcomm, Wipro, Mercedes, KPMG, amongst the big 4. This is a new development that one of the big 4 has taken interest this time as one of the sponsors, and we had a full session on the topic connecting different dots of IP. Then TCS is a regular participant, then PwC, Tata Technology, Cell Technology, ABB, Cummins, ITC. There are so many. I am not just naming all of them, but there were a large number of corporates. So initially we had the suggestions from the people who have been coming from overseas that when we come here, we meet only the lawyers and not the corporates. So our efforts has been to change the composition to bring a good proportion between the law firms and the corporates. So gradually there has been a marked improvement in that composition as well. We had in total 23 sessions. There were 17 technical sessions covering various aspects of IP, then 4 plenary sessions, and 1 inaugural and 1 valedictory session. So there were total 23 sessions, of which you can say that 21 sessions were dedicated only on the knowledge sharing on different aspects of IP. Now, last year when we had our conference in Mumbai, the draft IPR, national IPR policy was on the table, and in one of the technical session, we had discussed about the national IPR policy, and the views were taken from all the participants, and the views of about 70 participants were edited, and a committee was constituted. Dr. Heinz Kardar, Dr. Prabodh Ganguly, and there were many other people who were in the committee from the GIPC family, I always say, and GIPC family has been able to submit their suggestion to the government on various important issues, and the outcome of that GIPC suggestion has been given to you in this your kit, the suggestions whatever we had. Now we have received suggestions from our organizing committee members that time has come that on various different aspects, ongoing aspects, and on the basis of whatever suggestions you are giving, we plan to constitute certain groups, certain working groups. So those working groups could be on creating IPR awareness, education. Those working group can be to bridge the gap between the invention and the innovation. Those working groups can work on certain very, very contentious issues, say in India on Section 3D, and I have already invited suggestions from few experts who have been working on 3D, because there are a lot of controversies whether India needs to amend Section 3D to bring in line with the desires and looking into the practical aspects of promoting innovation. So after having the views of those experts on 3D, we are planning to have an intensive one-day workshop in Delhi on Section 3D, where we will invite the government officials, the stakeholders, both from the generic company as well as from the patent innovators. And after taking their view, we also plan to submit a memorandum or our suggestion to Government of India. I think we will have active participation and cooperation from Mr. Praveen Anand on this issue. So these different working groups we will form, and those working groups will be available on the website of ITech, GIPC, and any of you can give your suggestion on those related subject matter. We are also planning to introduce GIPC award, and the modalities and the structure and about the committee to be formed on GIPC award is under consideration, and in GIPC 2017 we will launch the award formally, and one award will be given to start with on the basis of the decision to be taken by the GIPC award committee. So this is in brief all about the journey so far, and primarily many people ask me what motivated you to start this GIPC. Well, about my background, many of you know I am primarily a chartered accountant in practice since 1981, and also holds a law degree. Then out of my passion, I did my PhD in economics, and in the early 90s, when the forces of globalization were taking shape in the Indian economy, and with the economic reforms taking place through the new economic policy which were announced on 24th July 1991, and the discussions were going on the Dunkel proposal. So my heart, which was always close to the international economics, I got a good teacher and did my PhD on economic reforms and foreign direct investment. And then finally my interest got concentrated on the WTO international trade law, and through that I could understand that unless India thinks about innovation, unless India thinks about a strong IPR regime, it will be difficult for India to move ahead and to address the real problem of unemployment, the real problem of poverty in the country. Let me just also give you a background that India is an economy with only $2 trillion, and we need to move much ahead if we really want to keep pace with the global economy. And despite having a huge human resource, we have not been able to create a proper education system. This human resource needs to be converted into a strong intellectual resource. And we need to do a lot by spending more on the research and development, and to build a strong IP ecosystem. And to build a strong IP ecosystem, I always speak about the 5 different components. Those 5 components being the creation of IP, a strong protection system for IP, a strong enforcement system for IP, and a strong commercialization or monetization of IP. And these 4, unless we have awareness at all the levels, at the research level, at the level of the legal profession, in the judiciary, and at all the levels of the enforcement, whether at the customs for the borders, or for the administration in the police, or for the patent examiners, at all level we need awareness, and GIPC has taken this initiative to create awareness at all levels by involving all different stakeholders in this process. So I hope that our efforts will move on with the active cooperation from all of you, and this is very, very tangible, because the journey which started in 2009 have been moving on, and there have been tangible improvement, but we have noted down all the suggestions which you have given, and we will thrive and try to incorporate all those suggestions so that the next conference is better and more effective than the present 8th edition. So I feel that this is our duty, and I consider this GIPC as a Gyan Yagya. This is a kind of assembly for learning, and in this knowledge-based economy, I think this is only our knowledge, and knowledge is our power, knowledge is our capital, and we need to refine our knowledge, to enrich our knowledge, and with this knowledge I hope not only the IPR fraternity, the entire economy, the entire humanity will be benefit out of this. With these few words, I conclude here, and I invite my friend Hemant to formally make a vote of thanks. Hemant.